Here's how to play an easy strumming version of Mr. Brightside by The Killers, one of my favourite songs. Now, the intro to this and playing this on electric guitar is very advanced, frankly. It's very tricky. And what we're going for here is a simple strumming version in the key of C, which means it will have very easy chords in it, but if you want to play it along to the original recording and kind of jam along to the record, you'll want a capo at 1st fret, and that will keep it in the key of the original. However, it will be easier to sing, and I'd sort of recommend just having a strum through it. And if you want to have a sing-along with friends, or an open mic night or something, have a go at it in the key of C. Let me give you a quick 30-second blast through the idea of what we'll be going for. We'll do a full play along at the end, seeing as this is sort of my own little version of it. Let me show you what you're going for, and then we'll do a tutorial. Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down, because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep, and she's calling a cab, but she's having a smoke, and she's taking a drag, and I'm going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. So I just can't look. It's killing me. I'm taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, turning through sing lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just a Brightside pain. Destiny is calling me to open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Okay, that's the gist of it. As I say, we'll be doing a full sort of play along so we can have a jam together at the end of this video. But we started off with just a simple C major chord, and then we play a C/B. Now these forward slash chords are where we have a C chord with a B in the bass. So first half of the slash is the chord, and then the second half is the root note, or the bass note. So that's the B note. And then the rest of the chord is similar, but we have moved that middle finger up. And then I'm playing a version of an F chord. Now I think it sounds really great in this song if we know about this sort of F hybrid, I would call it. We've got the really sort of easy beginner F major 7, which is like this. That's kind of a beginner's chord. And then it's not too much of a stress or a trouble to have that thumb either pressing down or just muting the thickest string. Either's totally fine, but it wants to be at the 1st fret, and then having fingers 2, 3 and 4 down where they would be on the full F bar chord, but the 1st finger is just on the tip and making sure we can have that thinnest string ringing out. So we get this. And in the verses in particular, I think it sounds really great if we can have that middle finger off and also open. It gives a nice refrain, and just a single strum of those would be coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down, because I want it all. That's without the middle finger down. You could have it down, or you could choose to do the easy at F major 7. Any of those choices are totally fine. You could even choose to do the big bad F bar chord, because of course you can do that. You can work towards that. Then there's a couple of options in the strumming. As soon as we start strumming, in my version, we're doing a variation of 8th strumming. You could do this with all downs, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... The only downside to that is it can be a little bit fast, and it's more economical, rather than just going down, 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 down all the time, to use downs and ups. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And then rather than missing out any strums, we're just accenting some strums and playing others quieter. So sort of give a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So that's a slight accent on the beat. Just on beats 2 and 4, which is where the snare would hit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you have a lot of freedom here. This is my version of it, and I want you to be doing your version. There's some principles to follow, and then do what you like, because this is just a simple acoustic strumming version. So that would take us through all the verses, really, those 3 chords, however you want to play the F. And then we have the pre-chorus, which starts on the A minor. Chest now he takes off her dress now would be a G chord. However, I've been hanging on to that first finger and sort of doing sort of G sus4, I guess, with that first finger hanging on from the C chord there. And then back to the F chord, or we could keep that little finger on with however you want. You've always got different options with these chords. If you don't recognize one of them, don't worry, just do the version of that chord that you recognize, like the F major 7 or the F bar chord. It's up to you. That would happen again. A minor, I just can't look, let's keep it simple, let's go for the G, killing me, and then the F, taking control, hanging on to that F, and then a series of 4 chords, C, F, A minor, and however you want to play a G. That's a bar of each. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. And that keeps going even through da, 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 that little kind of musical break. And then we're back to the basic chords. And the great thing is, if you're anything like me, just at some point in your life, you suddenly knew all the lyrics to Mr. Brightside and you never even tried to learn them. Well, the great thing is that verse 1 is the exact same thing as verse 2. The only variation I might do when I'm demoing this later on is for verse 2, the second time round, so after the first chorus, I kind of like to do some palm muting. I've been doing just fine, gotta be down. It just sort of shakes it up a little bit, and then we do have that stop. It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss, it was only a kiss, and then probably going back to the strumming. That's just the kind of thing I would do. Before we have a play along, things to watch out for are: know your chords and keep the strumming super simple until you've gone through the song a couple of times, and then add in extra strumming using the principles that we look at in all my lessons, which are down strums always on the beat. If you're doing up strums, keep those on the off beat, so always keeping your hand moving to a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. It's not on that sort of grid. Strumming's probably going to go wrong. You should always keep your strumming hand moving. If you're doing all downs, it can be easier to add those accents and get a better feel for it initially, but keep your hand movement really small and almost keep it quite from the wrist. Otherwise, you're never going to get the speed to it. You're not going to get up to the BPM that we're looking for, and it's going to sound really, kind of not what we're looking for. Nice and light, and movements really small. So anything else that crops up, I think the only other thing that we'll have is a little bit of kind of C major scale work to do a couple of melodies later on. But let's have a bit of a playthrough now from the song. So single strums to begin with, which will be those 3. And join in with me in 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only the kiss. Same thing, but with strumming. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that kind of gist. Just keep it to an 8th pattern and you'll be totally fine. Join in on the C. We'll go a little slow. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab, but he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick. Ready for the A minor, but she's touching his chest now. he take G chord, just now let me go. Hanging on to that F, change to A minor in 1, 2, 3, 4. But I just can't look, it's killing me. It's a variation on G chord and taking control. Chorus from a C in 1, 2, 3, 4. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me to open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Will get us to the end of the chorus. If you're struggling with the strumming so far, a great option, which is a bit of a fail-safe, is down, down, up, up, down, because it's just got a bit more rhythm to it rather than always hitting the downs and ups. So an option is down, down, up, up, down. And you could do that, you know, even in the verses if you wanted to. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started up with a kiss, I didn't end up like this. That kind of thing. But I do just think after that first chorus and after the instrumental, a bit of palm muting, which is using the outside of the palm of your hand, placing it here on the strings, and between the strings and the bridge, kind of here. And doing 8ths all down strumming, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, really sort of gives a bit of life to a song that can be quite the same all the way through when we do an acoustic version. So that would be after coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be, that would be the idea of it. And this would just be for that start until it was only a kiss. It was, and then we'd go back to normal with the down and up strumming. So we'll go from there, from the down and up strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm falling asleep and just calling a cab. All the same stuff we've done already last time. And my stomach is sick, ready for that A minor, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. Back to the A minor in 1, 2, 3, 4. I just can't look, it's killing me. And taking control. Ready for the chorus? 4-chord song in 1, 2, 3. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Then from now until the end of the song, it's the same chords as the chorus. I never. It's exactly the same. If I want to learn the little riff, a way to play it on acoustic would be. Okay, so that's some notes out of the C major scale. But we are barring here, so this is very much an option and not needed for everyone. But that's what I would be doing for that section, or you could just palm mute it. be a great option at an open mic night or something, and then build it up. I never. Building up to I never. No muting at the end, and building it up. I never. To get that ending. This is. And if you're into this kind of thing, of sort of adding melodic notes, the kind of idea that I do with if you like that kind of sound, a great place that I teach it is in my Rudiments of Fingerstyle. Even if you're not into fingerstyle playing, that's a great thing to be able to get how we can add melodic notes in with chords. That would be where I would send you, just as an introduction to it. I hope that's been a bit of fun to you. We will get the electric guitar parts taught really soon, so make sure you subscribe, and I will see you really soon on this Andy Guitar YouTube channel.